Hello everyone, welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. Today we will work on a very useful exercise by Kummer. It will help us to improve left hand fingers dexterity, and we will get very important experience playing in tenor clef. You don't have to study the whole Piatti method to benefit from this etude. I put a link in the description with a free download, so you can start playing it right away. Let's tune and get to work. Okay, looking at the first measure, you can see two clefs right one after each other. It might look a bit too confusing, and I believe it is actually too confusing. It could be just done by placing the tenor clef right at the beginning of the music stuff. But regardless, you have to play the first line in tenor clef. You know the fourth line in tenor clef is C, like C in the first position, middle C. And the note you have to start with is just one note higher. It's in the space above the fourth line. So the next note in the alphabet is D. And this is all you need to know to start this etude. All other notes in this measure are in the same position. You skip one note up and then you'll get F as the second note. Then melody goes down to E and D again. I'm spending extra time describing to you how it works. I'm sure most of you already know that, but it is always a good idea to review it and solidify your knowledge. Sometimes what it works if you write all those notes down and you have a visual reference to that. As I mentioned to you, this is also exercise for dexterity of your fingers. You have to make sure that you keep all of your fingers close to the string. You want to avoid position like this, because in a slow tempo that might seem to be not a big deal. You have enough time to put your finger on the string, but once you start playing faster, that will become a big obstacle. Now I'll play it for you in very slow tempo, 8th note 60, and I will not pay attention to repeat sign, just playing it through. And this slow tempo will allow me to think ahead, to anticipate which next note I'm going to play. Because if you don't have time to think about this, you will never be able to master it in a faster tempo. A very interesting thing happens at the beginning of the fifth measure. Here you have to make a shift to B flat. So you are in extended first position. Try doing it at the same time, extending your finger and preparing for the position. If you just make a shift and then try to find this B flat, it might be too late and your intonation might not be precise. You do it a number of times in slower tempo, and then you will make it even without thinking about that. And now I'll play it for you in much faster tempo, dotted quarter note 60. That means all the 6 notes will have to be fit in just 1 second. You don't need to play that fast, or conversely, you can even try playing faster tempo. In a way, speed does not matter as long as you feel that your fingers are working in a very efficient way. You want to move them as little as possible. For an observer, it should look as if you just don't want to work too hard, that you are lazy. And this kind of laziness is the sign of a good technique. this etude will be even more interesting to play with second cello part accompaniment. And I'm going to record it right now and use as a benefit for Cellopedia Patreon supporters. So if you're already Patreon supporter, you can take advantage of that, or maybe you will consider checking it out and becoming one. As always, let me know what you think about this etude and what you would like to hear on Cellopedia. Stay well and see you soon.